So you finally gave into playing pickleball. You held out for a little while, but then a few friends started playing. You noticed a few courts popping up around your area, or maybe Tom Brady buying a team convinced you. But either way, you're here. And now that you're playing, you're noticing your shoulders feeling a little bit sore, or you're having a little bit of pain. If you want to know how to prevent it and absolutely dominate while you're playing pickleball, then I'm your guy. Hi guys, my name is Khaleel I'm a physical therapist, and I help you exercise better. I help you exercise better, stay out of pain, and absolutely dominate your race, exercise, and training goals. So in today's topic, we're going to talk about shoulder pain in pickleball and what to do to prevent it. So before we get going with the exercises, understanding the anatomy is going to be super important. And in particular, we're going to focus on the rotator cuff muscles and what their specific role is when hitting a ball. All right, I'll put a graphic on the screen, but let's talk about it. So your rotator cuff is made up of 4 muscles, all right? These muscles are your supraspinatus, your infraspinatus, your subscapularis, and your teres minor. Each have different roles. Let's go over them. So your supraspinatus will sit on top, and it's going to help abduct or lift your arm from 0 to about 90 degrees. The next 2 are responsible for external rotation. Now this motion right here looks a lot like when you're hitting the ball, whether it's up top or coming up this way, right? And so those 2 muscles that are responsible for that external rotation are going to be your infraspinatus and your teres minor. They're going to be a huge focus on these exercises. The other one is your subscapularis. It's responsible for internal rotation, or if we're swinging, thinking about coming towards our body, or if we're in this top position, thinking about coming down. All right, so now those external rotators and those internal rotators are a game changer, and those muscles fatigue easily. We're not using them in a repetitive motion that much in daily tasks, and so that's why we're going to focus our emphasis on those muscle groups in particular. So if you've already found this video helpful, please share with someone. I know there's someone out there that would benefit from this information. Now, let's go right over to the exercises. So now that we've gone over the anatomy, let's go through the exercises. You're going to need a resistance band for this. We're looking for something about a mild level of intensity, and you can find one of these bad boys on Amazon. So we're going to start off going through the external rotation positions first. I want you to pick one of the 2 first exercises. Doesn't matter which one, but I want you to pick one of the first 2 and then definitely the third one. Right after this, we'll go through that internal rotation. So you're going to want to get this positioned around something. Have this fixed on an exercise bike. You can also fix it into your door frame. Just make a knot on one end, right? You take that knot, close the door, and bingo, will work exactly the same. So for that external rotation, I'm keeping the elbow pinned in. You can put a towel underneath if you notice your elbows flying to the side. So elbow pinned in, wrist in a neutral position. From here, I'm starting at my belly button, and I'm going right until I run out of real estate, all right? Just like this, all right? Looking at it from a little bit of a different angle, wrist staying neutral, keeping your elbow at a 90-degree position, all right? Just like that, we're gonna wanna aim for 3 sets of 15 repetitions, right? The alternative to that position, if you don't have one of these resistance bands, one of these bad boys right here, all right? You're gonna wanna use a weight between 0 to 5 pounds. If you can get 5 pounds with 3 sets of 15, that's when we know that muscle group is nice and robust. But I want you to start off with a little bit of a lighter weight, all right? So you're gonna get in a side lying position, all right? Everything is exactly the same. Elbows still pinned in, rotating upwards. Starting at belly button, rotating upwards. All right, guys, so if we remember and we're thinking about that swing, right, we have to get in that external rotation position to initiate that motion. So now let's work in an overhead position, right? So I'm gonna get my elbow up to a 90-degree position. Ideally, this band would be fixed a bit higher, but this will do. Keeping that elbow right where it is, like a door hinge. I'm opening that door and I'm holding. Let's hold for 3, 2, 1 count. Right back to that starting position. Elbow staying neutral, so we know all that good motion is coming from the shoulder, just like we would when we're hitting that ball. All right, good. Same thing, we want to do 3 sets of 15 repetitions, right? So pick one of the first two, definitely do that third one. That's going to be to get you going with that wind up. Now, if we think about it, as we're hitting that ball, we're getting into internal rotation range of motion. So let's go over how to do that. So for this, you're definitely going to need a band. So demonstrating with the other arm, we're now starting in a neutral position. Then you want to get your hand right to your belly button, just like that. So a lot of my folks find this movement a little bit easier, a little bit less intense than that external rotation position. So we're going here, just like that, 3 sets of 15. Now, how do we do that same motion for the other direction? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn around, so I'll demonstrate with my left arm, having you start in that end position, and then from here, we're going into internal rotation, and then this is the key too. I also want you to control it back as you go into external rotation. So here, controlling it back. Yep, controlling it back. Good speed inwards, controlling it back. Nice. All right, guys, so we went over 2 exercises for internal rotation range of motion, 3 for external. That is going to get those shoulder muscles nice and strong so that you can absolutely dominate your next pickleball game. All right, if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, definitely let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video.